Welcome to the Long Road with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And what are we doing today?
In this video, we wanted to share with you a few special shout outs and also a few tips that we hope will encourage new YouTube channels.
That's right. Now, in 2021, we reached 1,000 subbies. We got monetized about mid-November.
Yep.
And we wanted to do a shout out video then, but we already had most of our videos planned. As you content creators know, you have your content planned out weeks in advance.
Right.
So we already had our content planned out through the end of the year.
Yep. With
the 12 days Christmas treats and some other things that were going on. And we didn't really have time to kind of slip that in yet.
Yeah, had a lot of editing to do with the 12 days of Christmas trees.
Yeah, and to be honest, we were trying to figure out a way to actually do this kind of video without leaving anybody out. Because to be honest with you, we had a lot of people over the last couple of years that have shouted us out, that have featured us on their channels,
yes.
That have done videos about us or done things, collabed with us on different things, and we were afraid we were going to leave some people out.
Yeah.
And so we took some time to think about it, just to kind of see how we kind of wanted to thank everybody, and this is kind of what we came up with.
So like we said, we didn't want to leave anyone out, and with our content being mostly grocery hauls and recipe videos, sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out how do you do a shout out video?
Right.
How do you include that into that kind of content? So what we've decided to do is that once a month we will have a shout out video, and we will be shouting out channels that we are loving, that we are watching, and it will be our way of paying it forward for those who did that for us. We will be able to do that for other channels that are growing as well. So we hope that you'll subscribe for that so that you can see who we shout out in the future.
That's right. There's a lot of great content out there, a lot of great content creators out there, and even some that we don't even know about yet that we're hoping to kind of look for in the future. But in this video, we want to try to emphasize a few channels that have gone above and beyond to kind of help us over the past few years, and hopefully you'll find that our experience, you'll find it encouraging to you if you're a new YouTuber, and it's going to be all about connections.
Okay, so let's rewind the clock back to a year and a half ago. We had been on YouTube 6 months already, and we still had well below 100 subscribers, maybe 50 or so.
Yep.
And I was already on Instagram, had been even before we had the YouTube channel. Our account was on Instagram. And one day I was going through Instagram and it was suggesting other accounts, and we stumbled across one that was for Rochelle Adamson Budgets. And her name was something totally different back then. I don't even remember.
Like fun, love, budget,
so travel
something.
Something. But anyway, it was a YouTube channel that had maybe like 700-800 subscribers. And I just sent her a message. I commented on one of her posts on Instagram. And I was like, oh, we have a YouTube channel too. I'm going to go subscribe to your channel. And then I went over and I watched videos, and I did like multiple times. I watched videos and commented, but when I commented on her videos, I never used the words subscribe or support or anything like that. But she had gotten the message from Instagram. So I made that connection with her. So around May of that year, she sent me a message on Instagram, and she said, hey, I'm going to do some collabs. I was wondering if your channel would like to be a part of that, a grocery haul collab and a collab that had to do with, I think it had to do with the pandemic at the time. But anyway, so I said, yes, I would love it. We had never been asked to do any collabs. And so through that collab, we met so many great channels, and many of them are still supporting us today, watching our videos. We're watching their videos, and it started there, meeting them through Rochelle Adamson's channel. So after that, Rochelle asked us to come on on her channel for a live interview. We did that.
Yep.
Through the collabs and the live interviews, we met Asia Sierra Budgets. We did collab with her later on. We met Just Frugal Me. We have gone on his channel for a live interview. We met How Debbie Saves. We have done both collabs with Debbie, and we were also on 2 of her different live streams. One as the guest, and then one as a special guest. And the reason why was she was doing an interview with My Real Life Budget, and My Real Life Budget, she was one of our first subscribers. And we have, the whole 2 years, we've been like each other's, like, you know, we could count on each other. We don't see every single video of each other's, but we always are like, we eventually get around to it. And then we also talk on Instagram, because we knew each other even before we had a YouTube channel. We knew her on Instagram.
Yep.
So it was really sweet of Debbie to invite us to be special guest on that live stream, because we got to surprise Angel, and it made her day.
Yep.
So, and ours.
Yeah. And then going on with those connections we think that through Debbie, we met Jan from New York City Saves Money. And through Jan, we met Steve Young 74. And Jan and Steve even did a separate video where they were encouraging their viewers to come and subscribe to our channel. So,
and we were interviewed by Jan and Steve at the same time.
Right. We did an interview show with them as well. So very thankful for that.
Yep. And then through Jan, we met Dawn from Sensible Living with Money Mom.
Yep.
And we have done multiple collabs with Dawn, which was really helpful also in helping our channel grow.
Yep.
So finally, we did a collab recently with Grandma Sandy. It was like for Christmas brunch. And that was so nice to be able to be invited to that collab as well. Yep.
All right. So thank you to all these channels. You've made a huge difference in our YouTube journey, and we'll forever be thankful for you guys. Mm-hmm. We're going to have all these channels linked in the description. Mm-hmm. Please go to their channel, show them some love. Go and comment, watch their videos, subscribe to their channels.
Yes. And
when you drop a comment, let them know you came over from here.
Okay, so now like we said, we wanted to give you some tips if you are a new YouTube channel. First of all, we wanted to encourage you to know that you will get there. You will grow. It takes time.
Yep.
When we were in that first 6-month period, we didn't think we were like, we're not getting anywhere fast. 5 maybe subscribers a month. We're never going to get there.
Yeah.
But it will happen. You just have to be consistent. Do not give up. Okay. If you have a passion for this, then don't give up just because it's going slow, because it'll start building momentum eventually.
Yep. And then second, pick another social media platform that you can use to meet other people, other like-minded people that have YouTube content. Like we said, when we first started out, we made up most of our connections on Instagram.
Yep.
And from there, those Instagram channels also had YouTube channels, and we began to make those connections and start seeing those YouTube channels as well. That's how we stumbled across Rochelle, and that's how we really got the ball rolling for our channel. Mm-hmm. Now on Instagram, you can say the word subscribe in the comments, and they won't hide your comment.
Yeah,
so you can say those things over there.
If you do that on YouTube, there's a good chance they're going to block your comment and delete it altogether. But if you use Instagram or Facebook or somewhere like that, you can use the words, I subscribe to your channel, and they won't delete it. All right, third, you might have to comment on videos more than once for them to realize that you're actually subscribed, since you can't use the word, so don't give up on a channel if you comment one time and they don't immediately come to your channel and check it out. It just may take them a little while to realize, oh, this person that isn't a one-time visitor to the channel. Remember, it's a community on YouTube, and growing a community is not a one-way street. if you want them to be a loyal member of your community, then you need to be a loyal member of their community. Life does get busy, and that does mean that sometimes it's kind of hard to get to every video, or that you might miss a video here or there, but do your best to come back to them and watch their videos as often as possible.
That's right. And then the last thing is this: be you, because you can only be you. You can't be somebody else. We can't be anybody else's channel. We can only be our channel.
That's right.
There are tons of tips and tricks out there that aren't going to work for your community. There are books and books and books that you can read on how to grow a YouTube channel that probably 90% of the stuff in those books are probably not going to apply to you.
Yeah.
Different things are not going to apply to you because they don't fit your context. So play around with it.
Or may not be what your particular followers are looking for.
Right. Play around with it. But when you see what your viewers want, focus on that instead of all of the other things where people are saying, well, this is what you need to do and blah, 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 stuff like that. Just focus on what your content is, what your niche is, and what your viewers want, and then they'll know what they're getting when they come to your channel. Right. So stay true to you and what you want to do and what you're passionate about on YouTube.
All right, so for my fellow YouTube channels that have been around for a while, be sure to drop down in the comment section any tips that you would like to share that we didn't hit, because we didn't hit every YouTube tip.
We don't have all the answers, trust me.
We don't. There's a lot of channels that have grown faster than ours, so, and we're still very new.
Yeah.
We're a small channel. So we know that there are a lot of channels that probably have better tips than anything that we said. So drop them down in the comment section, please. And again, to those channels that were part of our little, what did you call them? Degrees of separation.
Yeah.
Rochelle all the way through. We want to thank you. You have made a huge difference in our YouTube journey. I think that was the word we used earlier, and we appreciate you being there for us, and we hope that we will continue having that same community feel for years to come. Yep.
And so we're going, like we said, we're going to continue to do some shout outs at least once a month. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that yet, so you don't miss future shout out videos.
Yes.
So yeah, don't forget to like. Give that thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notifications bell for updates when we upload new videos on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes on the weekend, sometimes in between. You just kind of never know when we're going to drop one in there. So make sure you get those notifications on so you get notified when we drop those videos. So with that said, I think that's going to do it today for the Long Run, Joel and Chrissy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Chrissy.
And don't forget it's the long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Happy New Year.